and welcome to Reader's Workshop. Before we start today, I want you to quickly go get your reader's notebook and a pencil and then come back to the video. If you have to pause it to go find it, that's fine. Pause the video, and when you're ready, press play. Do you have it? Make sure you have a pencil too. Okay, so open up to your reading logs. Are you there? Great. You know how some scientists study how butterflies migrate, and some scientists study how algae grows in ponds? A researcher named Robert Allington studies how kids read and what they need to do in order to become stronger readers. His findings have gotten teachers talking and thinking about the best ways to actually help kids. Because this year you're going to be helping yourself so much become stronger readers, because that's what we do as we get older, I thought it was important to hear his findings about what people can do and what to do to grow as a reader. He found that if you're reading a book that's about as long as, say, Stone Fox, and you're reading it silently as a fourth grade reader, it should take you an hour and a half to read the whole book. The whole book. He also claims that kids need to actually read, not just talk or write about their reading, but they actually need to just read for an hour a day. So you should be able to read 2 or 3 Stone Fox books in a week. If you're reading a longer book like Hatchet or The Tiger Rising, for example, it could take you a week to read that type of book, but no more than 1 week. He also said that once you're reading chapter books, you should really aim to read about 15 pages in 20 minutes. You could read a little bit faster than that or a little bit slower than that because we all read differently, but the pace of a 4th grade reader is around 15 pages in 20 minutes. So readers, right now, looking over your reading log, I want you to think about how much you read. I want you to think about, well, when do you read? And I want you to think about how you're reading at home. Think about goals that you have for yourself. Are you really reading as much as you should be? Are you reading the type of books that are at the pace you should be at? Remember, your logs are there to give you really important data about your reading. You can study the amount of reading you do and the number of pages a minute that you read, just like a runner would study the amount of miles an hour they run in a day. So today I want to remind you that readers often look back at their books to cement their comprehension, especially when they're working on their pacing as readers. Let me show you what I mean. When working on comprehension to increase our reading, we've been taught how to retell a story. This is called chronological retelling. You already know chronological retelling, which is telling the whole timeline or events in order. But today I want to teach you that you can also pause and instead of retelling in chronological order and telling me everything that's happened, you can instead do something called synthesize. To do this, you still retell, but you only retell the part of the book that you just read. You're not telling me everything that's ever happened in your story, only the part that's really relevant and really what you just read. When readers do this and take time to pause and synthesize, their understanding of their book is so much stronger than someone who just blows through stories. So we're going to practice this work today. First, let's start by thinking back to just chronological retelling. I want you to think about how far we've read in The Tiger Rising so far. We've read a lot. I want you to think, well, how would I retell this story chronologically? Tell it to me right now. What would happen first? What would happen next? What happened after that? I'm listening. Yeah, so like I could tell a story right now about, oh, I have this main character, Rob, and Rob has found a tiger, and this tiger's in the woods. He really has a hard time going to school. He hates school. And he meets this girl, Sistine. And Sistine is nothing like Rob's ever had before. And so on and so forth. That's a chronological retell. I'm telling you everything that's happened so far in the Tiger Rising. But now I really want to try to practice synthesizing. With synthesized retelling, you only retell the part of the story that you just read. So I want us to think. We just read chapter 6 of The Tiger Rising. And a lot's happened in chapter 6. I want you to pause the video and practice synthesizing just chapter 6. When you're ready, press play. All right, readers. So when we're pausing to synthesize and just thinking about chapter 6, I'm sure there were so many important things that you were just picking out there to tell us. One way that I synthesized chapter 6 was like this. In chapter 6, Rob went through the school day happily, excited that he was going to be free from school for a while. At lunchtime, he avoided the cafeteria, knowing that Norton and Billy Threemonger would be there. Rob sat on the bench outside the lunchroom, studying his drawings of the tiger, when suddenly the cafeteria doors swung open and Sistine marched out, followed by some rowdy kids. Rob wanted to tell her to run away from the bullying, but he was silent. And then Rob watched Sistine turn back into the crowd and fight the bullies. Readers, do you see how we synthesized this chapter here? We still told all the big things that happened, but we didn't tell the whole story, just the really important parts. This is what we're going to work on today. So readers, as you go off to do your reading today, I want your jot to be a synthesis and a pause to synthesize what you've read today. Don't think about everything you've read so far throughout your entire book. Just think about in the time you have today that you're reading. Pause to synthesize. And when you do that, just tell the parts you just read. I can't wait to see your work. Get started.